Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
It's really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It is episode 157 of Weather Weekly. Good to be with you. The last episode of 2023. Hopefully you had a fantastic Christmas weekend. Man, was the weather nice? I mean, we had to deal with some rain, but mild temperatures, if that is your sort of thing. Sorry for the snow lovers. Not much to be had unless you were over into the Central Plains on Christmas Day. Pretty warm temperatures across much of our state, though, all 3 days of the holiday weekend. So we're going to see some changes coming our way this weekend and maybe turning a little bit colder. There may be some opportunities for a little bit of snow as well over the next 8 days as we gear up for New Year's Day next Monday and 2024. We'll break it all down in the week ahead forecast. Last one of the year that's coming up next here on Weather Weekly. Episode 157 of Weather Weekly. Here it is, the week ahead. And of course, we're a day later because of the holiday here. So we'll call it the week of December 25th, 2023. Although this will be released on the 26th here. And we're kind of starting things off a little drizzly and kind of gloomy. We're carrying it all over from what we experienced over the holiday weekend with some of the rain, decent amount in some spots over the weekend. I think we'll kind of wind things down. So let's begin with the 26th, Tuesday. You'll see some drizzle, some light showers. We have a cold front that's going to be moving through during the morning hours. Numbers will be in the 50s early in the morning, but that's not going to be the expectation for the remainder of the day. We'll likely see those numbers fall gradually through the day. And by Tuesday afternoon, I think we're left with a lot of cloud cover. And temperatures will likely be falling into the low to mid 40s. So already reached the high for the day on Tuesday early on into the morning. I do think the rain starts to kind of pull away, though, as we get past the morning. So it's not going to be kind of a wet day all day like we had to deal with Christmas Day. Tuesday night, we're going to keep it mostly cloudy, maybe even turning partly cloudy. And now that colder air is going to be filling in here. And, a little bit more seasonable for this time of year. We'll dip down to a low of around 32 Tuesday night. All right, Wednesday, the 27th. I think it's a dry day, mostly cloudy. It will be noticeably colder than the last few days, but we're still slightly above average for this time of year. We'll go with a high of around 46 Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday night, then, may have a sprinkle or two, maybe some flurries kind of working through in Wednesday night. We'll dip down to lows right around 34. All right, so what's going to end up happening late week then? I'm going to look ahead to Thursday and Friday. We've got this low that's going to be spinning, and it's a cutoff low. And we've mentioned those before on the podcast. Cutoff low means it's cut off from the upper level flow. So it doesn't have any guidance of, kind of moving it in and out. So there's some question marks on exactly how this is all going to play out, just because it's going to be floating around the midsections of the country. But as we see it right now, some of the projections that we're looking at as we head into Thursday is that we'll have some clouds, lots of clouds, and maybe some precipitation kind of swirling around this low. Now, all of it's going to be kind of temperature dependent. You can kind of go back and forth. So I'm going to say chance of rain and or snow. And that's really going to apply for Thursday and Friday. When it comes to accumulations, I don't want to rule it out. I think it wouldn't be kind of a widespread thing, but there's some things working against us here. One, the ground's still pretty warm, right? And two, I don't think our snow ratios, and we talk about this sometimes, kind of going on the 10-to-1 basis. This is a standard, every 1 inch of rainfall or precip that equals 10 inches of snowfall. I think those are going to be much lower because our temperatures are going to be above freezing at the surface and that kind of stuff. So I don't want to rule out accumulations for Thursday and Friday. I think it's probably we're probably looking more of a wintry mix, but we could flip the switch to snow at times on Thursday. But it certainly is not going to be widespread. This is going to be scattered. Thursday's high around 42. We'll keep with that chance of rain and or snow Thursday night at 33. Friday, I think we're still left with mostly cloudy skies, and with that low still in the neighborhood, we're going to maybe spit out some scattered rain and snow showers. Right now, that looks like maybe the best chance for that's going to be in the southern third of the state. We'll finish with highs into the low 40s. All right, let's head into the holiday weekend. Saturday, I don't think there's any issues here. We're mostly sunny. We're slightly above average, a high of 42. So that's Saturday the 30th. New Year's Eve, partly to mostly cloudy skies. There is another weak little system coming through, so I don't want to rule out maybe a little bit of a rain-snow mixture on Sunday. Sunday's high 41. New Year's Eve night, as we're ringing in the new year, you're probably going to have numbers into the mid and upper 20s. And then you're going to get some colder temperatures coming in to start off the year on Monday, New Year's Day. But I do think it's going to be quiet. We'll go mostly sunny skies. And yes, colder, but near normal with highs into the upper 30s. So kind of gradually seeing the temperatures cool off after such a mild stretch here to wrap up the month of December, especially leading into the Christmas weekend here. So again, not a significant chill, nothing significant in terms of snowfall as of right now. And it looks like we're going to be quite seasonable as we enter into the month of January. All right. Coming up, we'll talk about the 8 to 14 day outlook. We'll also kind of recap where we stand precip wise for the month of December as we are putting the wraps on the month and the year. That is coming up next here on Weather Weekly. All right, quick look at the month of December. Again, we're still after a nice weekend precip wise. We're still in the hole a little bit. We put a little dent into the deficit here for the month. Officially in Indianapolis, 1.17 inches. We are down 1.14. Last year at this time, we were about an inch and a half. For the year, 34.29. We're going to finish well above or below average. We're at minus 8.73. No way that we're going to make that up here in a week. So going to be a little bit below average in terms of rainfall or precipitation for the year. Snowfall, we've only picked up a trace for the month of December, so obviously well below average. We should be closer to 5 inches of snowfall for the month of December, so we're on the low end side. Last year, we had about 1.6 inches of snow. We did have snow on the ground last year at Christmas when it was that brutal cold. Obviously, a different story here. All right, so we already went through the next 8 days. Let's give you the 8 to 14 day outlook. This will take us from January 2nd to January 8th, 2024. Near normal temperatures. We kind of talked about how we were going to flip the switch to those temperatures closer to average into the upper 30s starting New Year's Day. That's probably going to hold for much of the first week of the year. Precip-wise, it looks like we've got a decent signal for below average temperatures here. The January outlook is out for the entire month. There are some hints that we may be looking at above average temperatures for much of the state. Really, the northern half of the entire lower 48 has a decent chance for above average temperatures. And there's some signals that are showing up that we're going to be below average in terms of precipitation across much of the Great Lakes region, and the bullseye is right here in central Indiana. So, I mean, we may be, it may be a while before we get that snowfall that some of you winter lovers are so desiring. We will keep an eye on it. First, before we wrap things up, I want to thank you so much as we kind of wrap up this year. Thanks for making this podcast a successful one. And we greatly appreciate you taking the time. Any part of where you listen to, in your car, at home, while you're getting ready, it is greatly appreciated that you take the time to download and listen to this podcast. So thank you, and we wish you a very blessed 2024 as we enter into the new year, and very healthy one is at that. You can always shoot me an email anytime, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. If you've got any suggestions or ideas that you want me to talk about here on the podcast. You can always get our forecast for free as well, 24 hours a day with our free Storm Track 8 weather app, and of course online at wishtv.com/weather. Follow along on social media, Marcus Bailey Weather on Facebook and at Marcus Bailey on X and Instagram. And of course, you can get my forecast Monday through Friday on the TV side on Wish TV in Indianapolis, Central Indiana. That is Channel 8, starting at 4 a.m. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday week. We'll talk to you soon. Happy New Year. We'll talk to you in 2024. God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.